Hello everybody and welcome back to Dungeon Master for Hire. My name is Professor PUI and I will be your Dungeon Master for this video. In today's video, we will be covering the Beta Asset Patch number 5, Merchants. Name says it itself, but let's go over what this brings. It brings over some materials, as the expansion set says right from the page. It says that here you will find a tent tile set, a set of merchant stalls, carpet wares, and a heroic wizard and a clay golem. That doesn't sound like much. The size of the expansion is 325.3 megabytes, which means the update's gonna be fairly fast considering. But enough talking, let's jump directly into the game to see what this pack actually brought. And so here we are in the game itself, and all you can see in here is what it brings. These are the tent tiles, these are the stalls, and these are the carpets it was mentioning. There's a few of them, a lot of them, but we'll go in between them. So, starting with the tents themselves, you can see that we have the wall tents and some of the hanging tents functioning like an opening for the tent itself. That you could use a wooden tile or something or a stall to be in between them, and then you have these ceiling tiles, roof tiles as they call them, where you can like place these objects on top of to close off the top. Now you can use them however you like. Here I have like a small example of using these tents. This is one way of using them, which is just to stack them up and make a tent, make like a side opening and stuff like that. Put the stalls in the middle and maybe a merchant in there. This is like a small example of how I use it. Up to you really. But these are most of the tent tiles. Now, looking over to the stalls themselves, and this is where I get a little excited, because we don't have that many tables. The tables we have are usually occupied by chairs. Now we have these stalls. We have these shop stalls. We have an empty one which you could use to put papers in there or give it like other stuff. The weapons rack, which is great for weapon merchants because we didn't really have a table for that. And I believe this is called the magic one, the sorcerer or magician's table, where you can see it's covered with potions, markers, some bats, I think, wands, scrolls, a hat, a spell book, and some spices to basically spice things up. These stalls are great, and then we have these ones over here. These two are named the vegetable stalls, and this is a spice stall, which in and of itself, you can see it has a bunch of spices multicolored there. And then up here we have the empty table and then the corner table. Now, if you look at it really from afar, you don't see the difference. Major difference being is that the side table actually has a bit more space negative to its front and side, so you could like put them into a corner, while these only have like one edge is protruding of it. That's the only difference between this table and this table, that it has a corner that is etching outwards. That's the major difference between them, but in and of itself you could use two of these and most players won't notice because it's not so visibly noticeable unless you're paying attention to details, which, let's be honest, players don't do that. So, going to the carpets now, we have a few of them. These are carpets for sale. and I'm kind of a bit frustrated that we don't have any singular carpets. Like, we have these 3 carpets that are on the ground, but you can't have any singular one of them. They're all stacked. We have this one over here, these 2 who are small, like, how do you say? Like small carpets used for entrances, but you can't take one of them. You don't have a singular separate object for these carpets. So the only way to use them is for the market. You can't have them for a house unless the house itself is a merchant and is selling these objects. We also have these ones here, which always accentuate a market, a desert market. These ones that are standing, which you can put against a wall, and these hanging carpets, which bring some life into the scenery. And I believe this was named Fabric. This was an object that was also added, which could be used as clothing or materials that are used for creating other stuff. You can use them however you like, but these are all the carpet tiles you see in front of you. And then we have the additional figures. They gave us 2 this time. The Heroic Wizard, which is this man over here. You can see standing very heroically without the hats and some other very visual cues that he's a wizard. He looks more like a warrior. What stands him out as a wizard is his wand, his staff, his staff, which is great. Makes him stand out, and we need more hero figures. This is great. And then we have the monster figure, the clay golem, which we don't have many constructs. This would be, I believe, under the construct category. If we go on to creatures, we have him under, yes. Here we go. Under construct, large clay golem, you import him as big as he's coming in. And the hero is under, hero, I believe he's not the last one, he's the 3rd to last. Because we had, I believe, 2 wizards. We have this wizard figure, you know, the common wizard with a hat, the flowing beard, and everything, the curved staff. And then we had the mage alert, which could be used as another wizard type, which falls into the same normal themes of wizards, which is the staff, the powerful stance, and everything. But now we have this guy to add to the collection of wizards. Now we have 3 wizards, practically, because mages count in there as well, which makes this a whole good thing to have. Yeah, that covers right about everything. If you were to look for these items, the ones over here from the tent to the stalls, you would go to Building Assets, Merchants. It has its own unique tab, and there you can see everything down to the last object. For the carpets and fabric, you would need to go to props, as these are prop objects that circulate people's area. And, time, locate things, we'll give it a second. We have a lot of props now. Here we go. We have the rugs here, rug stack, pile, hanging, and then fabric was disjointed from that set, since it starts with a different name. I found it randomly, and I don't know where it is, so I can just write fabric, and boom, there it is. There's the fabric tile, which is the little square thing, and there. But that's everything. Well, that was everything from the Merchants expansion pack, set, thing. Yes? Sorry, I did not mean to attack you with that gas. Yes, so that is everything from the expansion set. I hope you found this informative. If you're just hearing about it, the expansion came out like a few days ago, and the game just keeps getting updated. The last expansion we received was 2 weeks prior, so I'm guessing the developers are pushing out updates to update more often, more commonly, as we're nearing the early access, which they still have not given a date. And once I have that date, I will let you all know. So until next time, remember, you don't have to kill your players, just make it really hard for them to survive. Good night, guys. Take care. Class is dismissed.